a minute.
Now, if he had all the rock, I got my yard right now, and he built it out of rock, he'd be all right. He just doesn't have enough internal support.
That's what, I mean, it literally looked like he was going through the woods grabbing some logs and just.
I gave him a couple of logs, but I didn't know what his end plan was.
Well, logs are, I mean, look at a tree.
Everybody else
The
is.
tree is big around in the middle,
Doesn't have
with a
this.
couple of branches on it, and then he
I
needs
think I wrote it down.
Good thing you put it in
like
there, 'cause
4 or 5
you
foot
know,
rock
skipped
wall
right
all the way
over it.
around, and then
I
arch
know,
it up, and then.
that's why I did it on ours.
It's just built too lightweight,
we were
if you
right
like getting dirt on
What's
it,
that?
when that dirt gets wet, it's
What's that
gonna
mean?
go
I don't
in the
know,
face.
what's that mean?
It's a safety, yeah, it's a.
Call meeting to order. Would you please join me, stand for pledge of allegiance, followed by invocation. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father, we just pray tonight that you give guidance on our decisions and thank you for this community and we pray that we can all get every resolution made. We know things are tough sometimes and we ask for your guidance and all that. And we just pray for those that aren't here with us tonight and for our safe return home. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
The board had a chance to look over previous minutes, and so I'll take a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion to approve them.
Did you have a
Found it.
change?
Well, we probably had a change on the time, it was a Saturday meeting.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
I'll
Second.
second.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Nay. Motion carried. Anything new on the financial? Dave's not here tonight, he's unable to be here. I don't, or Mike, I'm sorry. But I think we're still in pretty good shape. You got anything on that?
We're in pretty good
Steve?
shape. I've looked at it, I've looked it over with Mike. The snack bars is our biggest concern. We finally got through all the new pricing because everything's been going up. We have not been. We've changed our prices on a lot of things. Hopefully that's gonna be shrinking the problem we've got there. Tank pumping, we're still in good shape. Golf course, for the first time in a long time, is in the good. So that's good. We did just start, this is the first month that we start paying golf cart rental lease payments. We pay them only 6 months out of the year. And so that's gonna be a detriment on it, but hopefully we can keep enough play up to where we can be okay there. Assessments, we're still a little under, but like I say, we go through, we send the things out in November. Some people pay for this year in November, December. We had 132,000 profit last year. So part of that money could have been from this year coming in. And then November, December this year, we're still getting payments every day. I'm not that concerned about it. Administrative, we're doing okay on administrative. Security, we're still okay on security. The bathhouses, I'll talk a little bit later on the bathhouses. We finally got them open. We've done some work to both bathhouses. So that'll be showing up probably on the next month. And we're okay right there for now. The pool haven't even opened yet. I'll talk more later about it. General maintenance, we're looking good on general maintenance. Codes enforcement, we're just ramping up on it. Vicky's just getting started on it. So we're doing okay there so far. Miscellaneous, yeah, we're all right there. Overall, the overall financials, we're right about where we need to be.
Go ahead and carry on with the manager's report.
You want
You want me to approve the financials?
Here, motion approved financial.
Make a motion to approve the financials.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay? Motion carried.
All
Okay.
right. I said I'd talk later about the bathhouses. We've got them back open, both of them. Thanks to Lauren and a buddy for getting the new doors on over at Hidden Valley. We had some leaks in there, with plumbing problems. Those are fixed now, they're back open. We had some, leaks in ours, the water froze up and busted pipes. We ended up going ahead and
That
getting,
was due to
that was due
water
to
districts
a
about
water
not
district
working.
problem. We had the valve shut off, everything blown out. The valve was letting very small leak of water in, and it froze up and busted pipes in there over the winter. We didn't know it, that we thought it was all good. That's taken care of. As far as the water being cold last year, we changed out a water heater in there that was old and an 80 gallon water heater. We put in a 50 gallon water heater for each side. And I've got a guy coming tomorrow because we keep kicking a breaker about once or twice a day. So I've got to check that out, but other than that, we've got good hot water, warm water down there now, so that's no problem either. Bathhouses are back open. We have several marker buoys I know over here, that are needing put back in place. We're gonna try and find someone to help us out with a boat, and we'll get the guys on them, get them markers back out where they're supposed to go before next weekend. I mentioned snack bar in the financials. We have adjusted prices, and some of it was quite a bit off, but we've adjusted prices, so hopefully that will help. Lot sales have slowed down some. I'm still getting calls nearly daily. They've just slowed down some. I expect them to pick back up. With the weather getting warmer, we're getting more people out. Earlier this week, I had a guy from Lahart Communications, David Lee, one of the owners, that contacted me. Bourbon County is in the process of trying to get better internet connection and phone service down at Hidden Valley. We went and looked at several lots of our own, a lot or two of some individuals' own, possibility of where they might be able to put a tower, all paid for by Bourbon County, because they're the ones that initiated this. So I'm still waiting to hear back from him on kind of what they're gonna do there, but they are trying to get better internet and phone service at Hidden Valley. The last thing I've got on here, I did call the pool people, because we've got the rec committee has I believe it's a potluck this weekend. I'm not real sure. I can't remember the scheduling, but they've got something starting at 6.
It's a pool party.
And then there's, okay, and then a pool party afterwards with the movie night, right? Yes. So I've contacted the people who actually winterized our pool Monday, said we want this back in operation before Memorial Weekend, by Memorial Weekend. No ifs, ands, or buts, or we go somewhere else. And they said that, actually the person that answered told me it was Emily. That's the people who built the pool. I said, I'm sorry, I got the wrong number. I thought this was the pool guy. She said, no, you got the right number. She said, we bought him out. And she said, that won't be any problem. We've got you on the schedule. We should be able to have you open in plenty of time. So I'm hoping they're here Monday. Just, there's a lot of green in that pool. So that's,
Can we start dumping chemicals in it? Because I know we have chemicals in here. We at least start dumping chlorine and get the clean out.
there's a shocker deal that they put in there, and I don't know if there are things, see, you have to keep that water moving, and they plug those different drains and stuff off with foam rubber type stuff, and I really don't wanna touch any of it, cause I don't know what I'm doing with it. And I'd like for them to do it, and that way it's professionally done. And I'm sure by what they told me last year when we were getting it ready to open, they know what they're talking about.
We haven't had very good success in the past with managers touching the pool.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Motion to approve the manager's report.
I make a motion to approve the manager's
For a
report.
second.
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Manager's report approved. Whole business, Hidden Valley Clubhouse lease agreement. According to what I've heard, it's null and void at this point.
At this point, the party that was going to lease the clubhouse has backed out of the agreement. Things have changed and he just doesn't want to deal with it. So we're staying open with the hours we've got, and we do have a good girl working over there now.
Can we get her to go more hours?
Well, that's what I'm hoping. She's been working hours over here
I
for
know.
us. And it just depends on if the people will support the place, really.
At least on holiday weekend,
Yeah.
things like that, we need that thing.
Yeah,
Anything else on that?
that's basically all I had on that.
All right, Lake Weeds, I know this is gonna be a good
Trying to process.
You want me to talk about it, or you want to talk about it, or?
He hasn't talked to anybody, I'm the one that's been doing all
one.
the work.
Vicky, go.
Okay, Tim Snyder, which I think is what his name is the license applicator for the state of Kansas, who lives in Bonner Springs, is gonna come down here Monday and meet with us. And we did that to make sure that what we're asking for is what we are getting as far as coverage goes. Because as you said, I mean, you guys got a copy of the bid there, and it was $3,100, and I don't think that's bad at all, especially for
Dirt
what we
cheap,
paid,
yeah.
what we paid before. And that I'm not really sure.
Is that gonna cover any area though?
From the information that I was able to give him, it was supposed to be the 7 acre, which is what I thought was the worst, but apparently it's not. It's a little 3 acre, 2 acre, or whatever. But
Right,
I-
Arrowhead.
Or Arrowhead,
Yeah.
okay, and I sent him the coordinates on that, and what I asked him for, and what Earl and I had talked about, was doing like the shoreline and the boat ramp at the valley, and back around down the cove, just to get something started. But he's gonna come down here and meet with us on Monday, and the quote that he gave us was effective as of in June, because they have to treat it when it's actively growing, which is in June.
June.
And
It's going
so,
down.
So
and,
maybe we, not to step on your toes here, Randy,
No.
maybe we look at doing that whole from the buoys in toward shore
and it
on
very
ours.
well possibly could be,
I wanna
'Cause that's
do
where
the
the head
entire
is.
boat ramp.
yeah.
I can do the entire.
No
boat
wake
ramp.
zone.
After that point.
No wake
you know
zone.
what I'm
No
talking
wake zone.
Right.
about. No wake zone. And then I wanna do it like 25 feet out to the
And
swimming.
then Arrowhead and.
Do an arrowhead and do 7 acre lake, whatever
7 acre.
that
Right.
requires.
Right.
We had to
Seven.
have some place to start.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
7 acres, probably 30 feet out.
And so, and then,
Approximately
40
I think
feet out.
25.
Yeah,
and so what they
From what I
asked
seen
me
last
for was
year.
all these coordinates, and so I just went on Google Earth,
Right.
and I did what I thought that I could do,
Right.
and, so anyway, so it's working, something that would get done in June.
Get
Right.
it started.
And
the product, I've looked at the, sheet on it, the product they're planning on using does kill the roots,
Drew,
That's what we gotta do.
right.
and it does say that it
It
is,
doesn't affect the drinking or the,
and carries no drinking water, swimming, or fishing restrictions.
restrictions.
So we're good there. The big thing is that it can cause, they're not gonna be able to do all of Arrowhead at one time
Right.
because of the oxygen it takes out of the water
Because it
from
doesn't
killing
treat the oxygen, and
the
so it
plants.
might kill the
It
fish.
can kill the fish. So that's gonna have to be done in increments.
Yearly.
We'll have to get his opinion kinda on that, see how much he can do, how much he thinks he can do. I have put in the budget, now this also, in the budget this year, I put 25,000 for lake expenses. That also was supposed to include the scoping of the outlet pipe on this lake. Those people to come in and see how bad it is, how soon we need to encase that and do something with that. And at the time, they told me that would probably be around 5,000. That still leaves us about 20,000 to do something with these lakes. I would think, because I think we're gonna need to do this in June before the next board meeting.
Right.
Yeah, cause he has in here payment like due on June 1st.
Yes.
Right.
And I think what we need to do, you as a board can tell me, but I think we need to say, because we know this is a problem, we get with him, you know, if he can get all this done for under a certain amount,
What's
And
the
I
certain
don't have a
amount?
clue.
120,000. I think 7,500.
I'd
3,000.
7,500.
I thought 7,500 was kind of good barometer.
I'd say 10.
I was gonna say 12,500 or even a little more, just to
I
get
mean,
it.
the reason I'm saying 10, okay, the last time we had this stuff done, we paid over 20.
Exactly.
Oh, really?
So-
Yeah,
So, I mean, at 10, it's the bargain, basically.
yeah.
But, I mean,
My biggest
I
concern
think we
is I
could
think
give
you
a
need to hit it
pre-approval
hard.
of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If once you meet with him and we need to have a special forum, whether it's over the phone or whatever, to approve more, you know, Steve's telling us we've got up to 20 in the budget, okay. But,
Yeah,
you know, I would be willing to vote for 10
10
tonight.
and then anything above that.
Anything above
we'll
10,
have to
okay,
call
we
a
need
meeting
phone
and-
calls to vote
He's
for.
gonna, like I said, he's gonna come down Monday, like at 10 or 10:30, and meet us over here, we're gonna take him over there.
Because you're gonna add one more lake, plus you're gonna add area down in Hidden Valley, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
and I.
If I'm understanding you correctly.
Yes, and
Okay.
I told him already about the Arrowhead, I haven't said anything about over in Hidden Valley, because I think Earl and I must have got our wires crossed there, but that didn't make.
That's fine.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
So does this that he gave us include any of Hidden Valley?
Yeah, well.
It's all Hidden Valley.
yeah,
But
he said-
just around the
Yeah,
shoreline.
that was just the
bottom.
shoreline and the
And
dock.
it was
Swim areas
the
of boat ramp.
shoreline
And you
the
wanna go
dock.
out farther.
And I said, what I gave them was 500 feet. And-
500 feet of shoreline.
Exactly.
Right.
Going from the boat ramp up and around, because it was just an estimate.
I make a motion to approve a $10,000 budget retreat.
Well, I say, the only thing I would say is, if we're gonna do it, I'd rather spend the money and hit them right. Let's don't halfway fix it, because we're gonna be right back in the same boat again next year, looking for
Now,
more money.
I do have one question. While this guy's here, will he give recommendations, okay, like on Arrowhead, okay, we need to treat half of it this year, hit
That
it
was
again
one of the
with
things that Earl was
50%
gonna
next
talk
year or
about.
whatever? I mean, will he give us a recommendation on a yearly treatment?
Yeah, well, we're gonna ask him about it.
Will you be
There you
meeting
go.
with
That's a
him, Earl?
subscription service.
Earl, will you be meeting with him?
Yes, I'm coming over here Monday also.
You're gonna meet
Yeah.
with him, and you're gonna take him to Hidden Valley and show him
Yes,
exactly what it
exactly.
needs. Awesome.
And he's out of Bonner Springs. so-
We have a motion on the floor for 10,000. Did we get a second?
Second.
This is pre-approval. If you need more than that,
Awesome.
give us a call.
Okay.
And we'll throw something
Any
down
other
there.
discussion?
I don't.
All
Well,
those-
you know, and the way that I look at it, we have to have someplace to start,
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
so.
If his bid comes in more than that, give Steve a call.
He'll get ahold of us.
He will get a hold of all of us,
I'm
and
hoping that he'll be with us.
we can vote on that, okay?
So, yeah.
15-minute executive now.
Okay, executive session, we do have a need for executive session for 20 minutes for legal purposes. So I'll make a motion for
Make a
that.
motion for a 20-minute executive session.
Second?
Yeah.
Got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're executive session for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 pounds lighter.
A little warm back there. All right, Prez, we go.
I'm not going for the extra 5-10 minutes, okay?
Hey, 2
We
minutes.
can come back to order. Time now for open forum. I'd like to remind you, you have 2 minutes.
Cut it down.
please state your name, which lake you're from, no action taken, or needs to be taken, it is just for legal purposes. State your name, which lake you're from, I don't care what lat you're on. Anyway, Greg, go for it. 2
Greg
minutes.
Wynn, Sugar Valley. One thing I wondered, I seen on here on the financials, there was bank and credit card charges and miscellaneous, I see there on the back, depreciation may be included in that. But I'm wondering why they're paying bank charges and these kind of things when we get cash.
Well, there's fees for just opening accounts and too many checks and stuff like that.
$6,000 worth.
Well, that's not interest either, right?
They had to $15.
Here, I see it 6,006.
Miscellaneous, I don't know what all that entails, other than maybe depreciation. I'm just wondering if we got $200,000 good actual.
Well, that's-
Today, why we're paying for these expenses, not just paying for.
Yeah, you're running 3% fees every time you run a credit card too.
That's just what.
If you go run 100,000, there's 3,000 right
No,
there.
that's what the bank, that's what the credit card people, when we run a credit card at either clubhouse or whatever, that's what they charge us, the percentage. If they charge us because we're using a card,
Steve, are you trying to negotiate those? You can negotiate those down usually closer to 2%.
Quiet, please, so other people talk,
yeah, I'm half deaf, so please talk up.
one at a time.
If people pay the dues of the credit card, it would be in there.
Yes.
There's 3%
Yes,
fee.
anytime we take a credit card, it's percentage that we lose.
Okay, and I just took a glance back there, I see the grill's not in there yet, I thought that was all in the works.
It's still in the works, and that's about all I can tell you. I'm waiting on the electrician, I'm waiting on the guys to finish this out, so it's done. I've had some people in. I've got the people that started it said they would be back, but they won't give me an exact time. Anybody I've even tried to get some people, to just come in and we have to pay them. They're like 6 months out.
Who knows the sheetrock finisher?
The rock and sand, I see we haven't made much of a dent in our budget, or they get ready.
Rock quarry's closed, well, it's not closed, they're out of rock, so you gotta haul everything from Centerville. The crusher is coming the first of the month from Garnett. As you know, they're still crushing at Garnett, they're on their last shop. They're supposed to be here the first of the month, time they get set up and going, it'll be 4th of July. So if we want rock anywhere, whether it's one lake or the other, it's gonna come from Centerville. And so your hauling costs will be dramatically affected.
And over here, the other thing is, I really didn't want to haul rock clear from there when they were, the rural water, wherever they went, and even on our roads, tearing them up. They're supposed to keep that in the contract. They're supposed to put our roads back in as good or better shape than what they were in when they started. So I hate to put any rock down or anything like that. If we can blade them and keep them fairly good until they need to do their part. If we go putting rock out there, it's gonna be a huge expense, and they're not gonna have to do nothing. So that's kind of, and the lack of rock, we've thrown down 5 or 6 loads before they ran out in the muddiest of places we could find. And we're trying to get the blade back out to cut these holes out and just keep them going until we can get the rock back.
Right, I think it's all right, thank you.
Yes,
On that subject.
name, lake,
Power plant, here, sure, let's bet.
thanks.
In front of my house, the water runs down the road instead of the ditch because the road goes down, then there's a hump of grass, and then there's a ditch. And so the water doesn't go into the ditch and down the ditch, it just runs down the road. I've got gravel from your road 30 feet into my property.
Can you bring it back?
So I go out there when it's raining and there's a river running down the middle of the road because when he graded it before, he graded the edge of the road, threw it in the middle and then evened it out, but he created a grass hump at the edge of the road that doesn't let the water run off the road into the ditch.
I think you and I have talked about this for about 45 minutes or an hour.
You only talked about it for 2 minutes.
In, 45 minutes to an hour, and I told you my blade man will get around to you, but he is not. Gerald just died, people.
I know.
Did he go?
My blade man died. I just got a new man hired. We are still trying to get, with all the problems we've had over here with rural water, we're trying to get these roads at least somewhat passable for people. And the ditching is gonna be behind that. I hate to say that, but
All right, let me explain something to you. If you put gravel down on the road and it washes out because you haven't fixed the ditches, you just wasted that gravel.
You're
You
correct.
gotta clean the ditch first.
you're correct.
That's all I'm saying. Now, we only had a 2-minute conversation before, so if you had a big conversation with somebody, it wasn't me. Because I just met you just a minute or two in passing on that. And your comment was that this problem was everywhere. But all I'm saying is, I went out and looked at it in the rain, and the problem is the water's not going off the road into the ditch. It's going down the road.
Yes.
And that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Anybody else? Go.
Yeah, my name's James Trikel, I'm in flat 22, and I've got about 7 lots down there, and we have a problem with, there's a squatter down there, and Steve knows, I talked to him about it, but nothing's done. And he hauls in all this junk. He's like,
He's a squatter.
and he-
You mean he doesn't own a lot?
No, he don't own
Is he
anything.
camping there? Is he living in somebody's house or what?
yeah, he lives in somebody's house, sometimes he stays there, he moved in a big motor home, and it's a piece of junk, and he hauls in vehicles with a tow truck and drops them off, and then he just parks his vehicle in the street. Now, our street, Kingfisher Lane, you know it, because you put a lot of gravel on it.
Yeah.
And it's no wider than that table is long. And the ditches along there are so steep, and they're in real good shape, the road's in excellent shape. And if you was to fall off in one of those ditches, you'd cause a lot of damage to your vehicle. And with him parking on the road, we've had to trespass on neighbor's property just to get home. And when he parks along the side of the road, if any emergency vehicles had to come by, they couldn't get by.
So
Like
is
a
he-
fire truck,
I'm still not clear. Is he staying in somebody's house or,
oh, he just stays wherever he wants.
Abandoned vehicle, I think he's dropping them on the side of the road.
I mean,
You're talking about the corner lot?
That corner lot, yeah.
Yeah.
You have to see it to believe it. And you know where my place is.
yeah,
Yeah, you ought to come down and have a look. I
but
really appreciate it.
he's just, I mean, does he stay there or he doesn't or?
No, he may be there for a few hours.
But he doesn't own the lot.
No.
Who owns the lot?
Do we know who the guy is?
The last time I checked, and I need to check again to make sure it's the same guy as when we talked,
Right.
probably been a year or better ago.
It's the same guy.
Okay, I know the guy's name, I'm not gonna mention it, but
I think his name's Robert.
No, I don't think so.
no,
Bob or
no,
Ron.
Ron, something like
no.
that.
Anyway, when I went to have it, I did get to talk to him. He came to the door, and he is renting the place supposedly from the owner. So I had to call the owner, and the owner told me he was renting from him.
Can you rent places in here?
But he has no, what I did tell him at that time is, if you're renting this, that means you've got to keep it cleaned up. So in our process, we'll have to go with the code violation. The owner will be the one that will get the, fine, and they can deal with him. If he's causing the problem, they can deal with him.
Yeah, our biggest concern now, Dan and Jan Ritter have complained, and they own 10 lots down there. My niece, she owns 6, her name's Sherry West, you know her.
Yes.
She's complained about it, she just hates it.
Yeah.
So let's
And-
get our fines
And
started.
he's
Shit on
parking
it.
in the damn road, and now, and me and my wife, we're retired. And, if an emergency vehicle had to come down there, and if they ran off in the ditch or something,
Right.
and nothing's done. We come up and talk, and nothing's done. Now, I understand that people can rent property, but you have to own property in order to be on Sugar Valley Lake. Now, you can rent it, but you can't go to it. It's kind of a catch-22. Now, there's a lot of people, and we all know it, that own property and it just goes to crap. So then they just rent somebody else's piece of junk. And they just live in it for a while. And then when it goes to crap, they just rent somebody else's piece of junk. And they do it all over Sugar Valley. And you know it. Everybody knows it.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
I will talk to you again.
Annie Wallace, I have
promise I'll be
3
down there.
lots here at Sugar Valley. I'm sorry, what did you say? Annie Wallace. I have 3 lots
She's talking
here.
next.
I need to apologize to both of you, because I know I had notes to call late in the day. I was still trying to get this meeting set up. I did not get your call back, I'm sorry.
That's what I'm here for. There is currently a property that is listed on vacation rental sites here, that's located here on the southeast side of the lake. And it's been up for months. And I believe it needs to come down and
So somebody's renting, didn't we just say you could rent a house here?
you
And
can rent a
that's-
house,
that's
but
like a VRBO.
according to the
Yeah.
bylaws, it has to be for at least a year terms.
Gotcha.
Correct.
And
So you're
all-
saying there's a VRBO on the lake?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's been up for months and it has been rented. People have, used it because there's reviews,
Like a party pad.
like a party pad. Well, not necessarily. I don't know. I think I brought the advertisement. It,
Weekend
what really,
weekend getaway.
well, yeah, exactly. So they're advertising access to fishing on the lake or a visit to the beach, which refers to common
Yeah, that's just a
properties,
picture
in
of
which
it.
case only members and guests of members are allowed to come. And if they are a guest, then they have to be in the presence of a member, according to the current bylaws.
Correct.
This
Nice,
property
good
is
picture.
currently owned by somebody that has 24 properties, and I am afraid that this is going to catch wind, and people are gonna keep trying to do this, and our little private community is gonna turn into a commercial.
I know what you're
Airbnb.
talking about.
Do you
I
know
know,
that
I know,
house?
I know what it is now.
You know that house?
Yes, I know exactly, I know who owns it.
I know who it is.
It's
I've-
Boger.
I've talked to the executive.
So, something that I found interesting is that whoever has it listed on the Verbo is not the actual owner. So, I don't know
Are
if
they a
this is the
host
management.
or something?
Yes.
Or what?
The
So-
property management company.
Exactly.
So
In
it's
which
Harold
case-
Stice's old house then?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
And aside from all of the concerns down the line of people trying to do this and I wanna nip this in the bud before other places, I mean, it's not right. I mean, otherwise, what's stopping everybody else from doing that to their house on a weekend? They're not gonna be down here. And then all the roads but one of my biggest concerns is access to the lake. If they get, boat ramp keys to the owner, it's the owner's boat, but they're on it, and they don't know the lake customs.
So I can speak for both of those guys, not to, they want nothing to do with anybody that stays in the house. They were just trying to monetize it. They're not giving them keys to anything. Like they built that pickleball court and stuff
Yeah,
back there.
I
you know?
know what they did.
So it's like they almost
I
made it.
understand, and I appreciate the value that they've added,
Yeah.
especially to that part of the lake.
For sure.
But this is not,
No, I
this
agree.
should not be a revenue generator.
I agree 100%. Nope. I agree.
So, I don't know how many bookings have already been, made that haven't happened yet, but we're heading into busy lake season, and I feel like this is gonna cause a larger problem down the road.
You taking notes, Vicky? This would be a code violation. This would be a code
I
violation.
can talk to them both. I know them both.
It needs to stop.
I've talked to his executive assistant,
Jessica.
but it might have been Jessica.
I'll talk to her.
I don't remember.
I'll call
But
her.
I told her, I said, that must come down, or
I'll talk.
And I
will.
hate to be like,
No,
I hate
no,
to be
I-
that person, there's a lot of
I'm
other
glad you did.
things.
I hadn't heard about it.
So I know them both extremely well. I will talk to both of them.
Well, I really do hate to come and be that
That's fine.
thorn in
That's what-
somebody's
no,
side.
that's okay.
There's a lot of other, gravel and water issues and all that. I understand those are a little bit more pressing concerns, but I feel like we need to get ahead of this one.
Yeah. So give me the bylaw that you read. I'm gonna notate it so I can look at it.
You can just have this. And it's
Brought
on,
extra copies.
this one is
Oh,
on.
no, sorry. The bylaw with the
Oh,
short
the
term.
bylaw.
Sorry, yeah.
So this one says that it has to be a 1-year lease.
Okay, so.
This one all common properties, you can just have this.
No, I actually have this at home. I didn't wanna read through it. I'll be lazy, to be honest.
Did your work for you.
Thank you. No, hey, that's what we're here for, right?
Corey, needs to be on the board next time.
You wanna sit here? You wanna go?
No, just have all your ducks in a row.
See your future. Anybody else? Sorry,
Jimmy
Reed, I'll get
Rogers,
you
Sugar
next.
Valley, the beach. There is no rules on the beach anymore. Signs down, are we gonna put rules back up? And there should be a curfew at the beach. The beach should be open from dawn to dusk. There's too many kids hanging out there late at
The
night.
beach always before has been open till 11 o'clock.
There's
That's,
no-
we've got a new sign
There's nothing there.
ordered, cause someone stole the last one.
Wonder why.
So we've got new sign
Make sure you
ordered
put
that
no
will
stealing
be
on
up
the
as
sign.
soon as we get it. But it will say, cause, Joe went down there the other day to run off kids that are members' kids, because we had a big grant on the owners group site that people were not there.
Right.
Anyway, I won't get into all that, but
There was a members down there though, correct?
most of the kids were members. I mean, they live here, they're
Yeah, well,
members' kids. Yes, so that, but what I'm saying is the sign has been taken away. We've got new sign ordered. As soon as it gets here, it'll be put back up. Joe went down there the other night to some members' kids and told them at dusk, just at dark, they had to leave. And a lot of people do like to swim after dark because it's not quite as hot. And always before, it was 11 o'clock that the beach had to be cleared. So I believe that's what we put on this next sign,
Okay.
was 11 o'clock.
Posted out there to kind of remind people that, beach hours are this.
Right,
And then when they leave, then they're flying past our place on other lanes.
Right.
flying.
Flying.
I know that.
What can we do about it? I mean, it's gotta be something. Don't you, Rob? I mean, what can we do about it?
Speed bumps won't work.
We put orange flags on the 20-mile signs trying just to grab your.
I tried to slow one down our lake, not the finger.
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
I tried leaving potholes in the road to where we didn't fix it, but everybody started hollering about that.
Oh, no, it doesn't make any difference.
All
But
right,
I don't know
you
what.
got anything else, dear?
I do.
I thought you did.
I have a list.
You're almost time's up, so hurry.
The dust control, I know at the last couple meetings, you guys were looking into, putting something down in regards to the dust control. What did you guys find out about that?
Not available for our lakes. They will not come in here and do it.
Through the county.
If, whether it's through the county or through a private contract, private contractors won't even come in here because they don't like jacking with our hills and our curves.
Right.
What our suggestion was, if somebody in the lake would wanna get them a tank and mix up calcium chloride, they could make them some money.
Okay,
Right.
Highly suggested.
okay, okay.
Put it out on Facebook, it'd be a good sideline if they wanna do it. It's,
Danny?
But make sure they don't lay the road after you treat it.
well.
No, they
You
need to
can-
know.
You can coordinate that and flag the roadside, whatever, and get with the blade man.
And I
But-
bladed.
But,
You can tell where
you know,
calcium's
it needs to
been
be
put out.
bladed before and then never bladed until they fall again
Right.
at that area. But
Yeah, we still have some extra asphalt millings that we're gonna put down again.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
anything else?
yeah. Going back
One
to
more
these-
thing.
One of these people with the trash on the lots, over on Pine Loop, there's a guy that just moved in a great big, one of those big cabins, but he's got trash on other people's lots. What are we doing about that?
Can I see that again?
I've had a talk with him already and told him, I know you're new, And I know you've just brought a new household clear down here, but you have to get your stuff cleaned up. If you don't get it cleaned up pretty quick, I'm gonna make sure that the codes enforcement officer comes around and you're gonna start getting codes fines.
Okay,
And
so the trash that's on somebody else's lot, it's his trash.
He's gotta pick it up.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, he's gotta pick it up.
Reed.
Can you just give us an update on where we are with the codes enforcement?
We are in full swing right now, finally. I've had Vicky over here. I've sent out letters myself. Nothing's been back yet, but, she is on board.
We have sent out enforcements.
Yes, we have sent out enforcement letters.
It started.
So it started.
Game.
Game on.
Anything else?
Give her a hand, Judge.
You know, you already talked, Aaron. You had your 2 minutes.
I already got one.
I was just talking about the roads and where roads.
Anybody else?
I got one quick thing. Corey had mentioned in a previous meeting quite some time ago about somebody that owns a restaurant that would possibly come down here and look at
Yeah.
food costs and help
Brian,
out. Is that-
he will, so he'll be down here this
Him
weekend.
and
Brian
Warren
Rice.
both know people
So
that
has
do
that
that.
ever transpired or anything?
No, but it can.
No,
easily-
but
it
we've
can-
already changed the cost of our food and stuff, so.
Well, I just thought it might give some insight.
Sure.
Yeah, he will do that. He'll volunteer that anytime. He can look at it quickly. and
All right,
say,
Howard, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Tuesday, I got woke up by a generator at 2 o'clock in the morning.
So,
That's not a so situation. They're not supposed to be making that much noise at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's different guy this time at least,
okay.
but generators at 2 o'clock in the morning is just ridiculous. I mean, you can get a quieter generator.
So Howard, I asked this, and I'm not being sarcastic. I was like, what could we do to help that? Like, that's like,
Well, I called the sheriff the last time I got woke up 3 nights in a row and I was having trouble getting to work. And he referred it back to our security, who went out, but by the time they got there, they shut the generator off.
so
And
they're doing
then-
it maliciously, you think? Like they know
No,
security's?
they used to come down and run the generator till 10, 11 o'clock at night, turn it off, and go to bed. And then somewhere along the way, they started running them all night long. And it wasn't even that hot out, so they had to have air conditioning. I don't know what they needed to have the generator running at 2 o'clock in the morning for anyway.
Okay.
Well, if I go to bed and I fall asleep and there's background noise and stuff, but at 2 o'clock in the morning when it's dead quiet, that generator is then,
Yeah.
what's not?
Get with me after the meeting and let me know who that is. I'll have a talk with them.
And
We will set a time they've got to have that.
that,
The noise,
I mean-
they can't have it, or they gotta have a quieter generator.
I understand fireworks, I understand kids running around, I don't bitch about the kids in the four-wheelers, people gotta live, but 2 o'clock in the morning.
Most everything out here is 11 o'clock, so that's, I'll have a talk with them, let me know who it is.
Do you want my whole folder?
No. This is
All right. Does any board member have any new business?
They're good buddies. That's why I don't want to be like, hey, listen.
Yeah, I know. So
None.
here's some.
Committee reports. Lake Committee.
You already
Nope,
said
we already
everything
talked
we got.
about that.
Recreational Committee.
We are having the potluck on Saturday, May 28th. It's gonna be a pool party, movie night, burgers, hot dogs are provided. Drink
You know what I mean?
fixing
Like, if
dessert. Also,
if your
they're going to
cousin's
offer
going down, it's different.
10 one-time pass at the pool party.
Cool.
To get people interested in the
that's
pool,
fine.
to see if we can get more people to buy the memberships and that.
Well, yeah.
And then we're also having, a June 4th, the Texas Hold'em. Here at the clubhouse. I think Monty's posted that.
Monty's doing that?
He's already posted on the.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, so that's what I have right now.
Steve.
On the pool party, I've already talked to Candace, I've sent her an email, because our nights and days are mixed up between us.
Super.
Um,
To read about this.
The pool party as a, basically as a publicity deal. What I would like to do is, because I know movie night won't start till a little darkish probably. What we talking, 11 or 12 o'clock be over probably?
Oh,
Somewhere. What I'd like to do is, to publicize the pools, people might not use it. I want the committee's help in this, because I don't know if I can stay awake that long. But we can't have any food or drink inside the fencing area,
Right.
and no glass containers anywhere around the concrete, or we could be down forever.
Exactly.
But what I'd like to do is say from 8 o'clock till the end of the movie night, we're not gonna charge people to, if you have people come to that, we're not gonna charge people.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Free pool.
Free
But
pool.
actually, I think pools probably ought to be locked. Nobody should be in the pool, in my opinion, watching the movie.
Correct.
So I think we could lock the pool when the movie starts.
Well, you can. I thought they were gonna be in the pool. and
No,
out
we've
of the
had
pool
it here,
when the movie
previous
starts.
movie at the pool.
You guys can figure that
It's
out.
been during swim time and.
You guys can figure that out at a later time.
Got it. That's it though.
I got one question for you.
Committee report? Is it a committee? We're on committee report.
I'm Danny Trot, I want that, you're talking about that fee on them 3% on them credit card deals. How come you ain't like the rest of the business when they ask you if you're gonna pay cash or card? And they say, when they say cash, they have a different price, but when you pay card, they charge that onto the customer. What are they paying, their separate fees off that? Are you guys collecting separate fees off cards?
We
Or they
take,
outright check
we
in?
take cards on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
You should pass that 3% onto the customer, 3 to 4, whatever it is. I know back in the motors, when they charged a car on $25,000, they ate the 4% on it. And that went, now you can't charge no card over like that. They, that 3% they pass on to the customer, so we shouldn't be eating that.
You can bet some. That's when you go to most smaller gas stations.
Yeah, they'll pass it on.
It's
county
McDonald's
offices.
doesn't do it. So like when you go to smaller.
Legally in the
local
state of
businesses,
Kansas, you cannot charge, quote, a credit card fee.
convenience fee.
My water district charges a convenience fee of $3,
Yeah, exactly.
but we cannot charge
I don't
the
think you do it if somebody gets a
3%
burger.
fee.
I think they changed the law on that this year. I can
This
look-
year?
I can look into that,
Okay.
yeah, because I was,
I know in the past that we could not charge
yeah.
what the
couldn't
credit
pass
card was
that fee
charging
on.
us.
Yeah.
So like my water district, we just, if you wanna use a credit card, we charge you $3 to use a
That's
credit
what
card.
we're
It doesn't
on
matter if your bill's $30 or if it's $3,000, we charge you $3.
I can.
And it all washes out because some of them we're making money on, some of them we're not.
That 3% adds up, if you're doing 100,000 a year or 100,000 a month and stuff, that 3% adds up.
Sure.
pretty damn
Well,
quick.
it's mainly due. We should do it on
Okay.
dues. We should do it on dues, but.
Any new business? Are we done with committee reports? Any other committee reports? Okay.
Make a message. Motion to adjourn.
We're done with committee reports.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay. I don't want to adjourn.